friend recently shared an experience he had in a pub.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So it's been a while since I did videos on people like this. For those who don't know, I did videos on the quote-unquote dog hater community. Specifically, I Hate Dogs, Canine Aversion, which was under a different name, The Dark Truth About Dogs, as well as I Hate Dogs, Dog Lovers, and Mentally Ill. For those who don't remember that individual, that was somebody who was so obsessive, so chaotic, and so poisonous to the community that whenever somebody would give a rebuttal to what was being said, not only to him but also to other dog haters in the community, he would proceed to send death threats. This individual also went to radical means in order to try to silence people. If you say that their information is incorrect, they will call you a harasser or a bully. Will use any method to try to silence you. Hell, at some point, one of the fans, or somebody who followed Canine Aversion, had a conversation with the Dark Reindeer, and this individual proceeded to shun them because they didn't follow her radical views, and was willing to talk to the Dark Reindeer to ask questions about some of the things that were being said. So you can clearly see what kind of person we're dealing with. Somebody who is so close-minded in their own beliefs that they themselves can't learn, or at least look into the fact that they may be wrong about what they say. So what is this video that we're talking about now, you may ask? Well, apparently, and I'm calling bullshit on these stories that this individual brings up, because this person has been noted to lie, and again, bring false information to the table when it comes to what she has to say. But anyways, this individual is kind of doing a correlation of whether or not people who hate dogs are animal haters. So let's go into this.
He told me that there was a lady in this pub with a dog. She walked in with a dog on a leash, and the dog was trying to approach him, and he made it clear that he did not want to have any contact with her dog.
Now, no offense, but I feel like normally with any establishment, especially with a bar, they wouldn't allow dogs in it. I know there's been, the rare occasion where you'll have an animal inside a facility like that, and usually the owners are cool with it. But I think it's usually when let's say the animal is a service animal, that it's okay. That they make that exception usually. If they have no rules, that there are no dogs allowed. And that's actually a detail that this individual, like when it comes to stories like this, will fail to bring up when it comes to these kind of stories. Especially since usually with service dogs, they are trained not to approach people. They're just to stick with their owner. So this individual has done this before with a hospital story where she makes it out like, oh, it was this service dog came up to me and started sniffing me, and then she proceeded to kick it. So, but let's continue. I'm kind of curious about what this individual has to say.
And I assume by his body language, she figured out that he did not appreciate the dog's presence in the pub, and she said to him, "Oh, so you're not an animal lover then? Or you don't like animals?" That's what she said.
According to you, anyway, which time and time again, you've shown that your word is kind of worth nothing at this point.
And this is absolutely ridiculous, and I had to make a video about this.
Not really, but go ahead.
Because this is something I hear so often, and it drives me bananas. It's as if these people, these dog lovers, believe that if you don't like dogs, you don't like any other of the, thousands, millions of species on Earth, right? As if dogs represent all the species on Earth.
Well, at this point with this story that you're bringing up to give this kind of notion that, you know, we think that people who hate dogs like hate other animals, is there a particular reason that we would, you know, assume that? Or is there a certain thing that you guys have been doing where it shows that you hate animals? I mean, besides, you know, trying to ban dogs from society, or being abusive to animals because ultimately you don't like them, and unfortunately for you, you have to live in sometimes the same proximity as a dog. So, which, by the way, for those people that, you know, don't like dogs and then proceed to beat somebody's pet because they don't like a dog, I mean, let's be fair here. It just shows what kind of person you really are.
Now, if, let's say somebody walked into that pub with a boa constrictor, or, you know, any kind of snake, or an iguana on their shoulder.
What? What the fuck?
Or whatever, right? And if you made it clear that you were not comfortable with that animal's presence, nobody would say, oh, so you don't like animals?
Yeah, but, no offense, but how many times are you gonna see somebody bringing a freaking snake or an iguana to a fucking bar? I mean, really. How often are you going to see that happening? Probably zip. Nada. This is such a bad example. And I would actually ask the question, is there anything else that this individual did? Because from what it sounds like from your stories, no offense, but you sound very passive-aggressive, or you don't really give much detail to the individual, indicating that you're not comfortable around dogs. By which, if they do something that you don't like, you proceed to, you know, take aggressive action or violent action towards the owner or the animal, only due to the fact that they are in your quote-unquote space.
Right? They'd be like, oh, so you don't like snakes? Oh, you don't like iguanas? Oh, you know, right? You know what I'm saying? You know how crazy this is? You're allowed to hate any other animal on Earth. You can hate llamas, you can hate giraffes, you can hate bats.
Okay, you shut the fuck up about bats, lady. Bats are probably one of the most adorable animals on this planet. Specifically the fruit bat. I mean, if you type in albino fruit bats, there are some really cute pictures. Actually, funny story, to kind of go off topic for a quick second, I actually wanted to have a fruit bat as a pet, but apparently in my state, they're legal, so I can't do that. It would have been awesome, though.
There are many animals that most people hate. Most people hate snakes. Do you know somebody that hates snakes, and do you think of them as an animal hater? No, of course not. Even dog lovers will not call you an animal hater if you hate snakes. Well, guess what? Snakes are animals, just like dogs are animals. So why are you allowed to hate snakes but not dogs? Absolutely ridiculous.
Look, ultimately, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to pretty much do final thoughts, because this video just keeps going on and on, repeating the same damn thing. If you hate dogs, then you know what? Feel free to hate dogs. We're not going to stop you. But you can't force ideals on other people. You just can't. You can't try to go to the government and say, I want to ban all dogs from the city or from the country, because it is literally physically impossible to do at this point. Dogs themselves have been integrated into our society for, at the very least, since the beginning of man. We have domesticated dogs to do a variety of jobs, and they have been very useful in those said jobs. And I know this lady will refuse to believe in that, but belief does not trump fact at this point. And I feel like with these quote-unquote stories that she shares, there's more details that she's not leading on to, or, you know, giving everybody. Like the fact that there may be a reason why a person who had their dog with, or at least at the bar, would have reacted that way. Like maybe perhaps the individual became violent or radical because the dog was present in the bar. Which again, I feel like would only happen with a service animal, which they are usually obedient and they won't approach anyone unless given by command by their owner. So I don't think that's the case where a dog was just randomly in a bar with their owner and, you know, sniffing at people. I kind of don't see that scenario happening. And unfortunately with this lady, she doesn't give everybody the full details of the story, only vague ideas of what was happening, to make it seem like that they are in the right when more than likely they were actually in the wrong. So I think I'm going to end it here. This lady is not all there, as you guys can see. So thank you guys for watching, truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please comment on what was said in this particular video. I know I used a small snippet of it. Honestly, I almost said guy. This lady kind of gets on my nerves on occasion. And that's due to her, you know, lack of empathy, as well as lack of morality when it comes to giving misinformation to people. So thank you guys for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys have anything to say, leave in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.